Welcome to Chico, California, the city of trees. You know, where all the nuts are from. Yes, those kind too. There are some, let's say, different names for some streets in Chico. Let's see how they got their names. First off, many things are named after the Bidwell family, Chico's founding pioneers. I'll make a separate video about him someday, and it will be amazing. There is Bidwell Park, Bidwell Mansion, and Bidwell Avenue, and about 300 other things named after them in and around the city of Chico. Normal Avenue. Chico State University can trace its roots back to what was called the Normal School. It was a kind of teacher's college. Started by John Bidwell in a cherry orchard in 1887, it was all the rage in Chico at the time. The street the school was on was originally called Sycamore Street, but was later changed to Normal Avenue when the school was built. Flume Street. Sierra Flume and Lumber Company ran a huge lumber yard between Humboldt Road and East 8th Street. Logs were floated down from Butte Meadows to the yard in a flume. At the same time, John Bidwell was having issues with water flow at his flour mill and made a deal with the lumber company to direct some water his way, and the smaller flume to the flour mill went down what is now called Flume Street. If you haven't figured it out by now, the streets of Chestnut, Hazel, Ivy, Cherry, and Orange actually spell Chico as you are driving. This was no accident. Of course, Chico has a main street and a Broadway street, but just a few miles away is Helltown. Not a street name, but a place that had a mishap in the early gold rush days with its name, and it just stuck. What was meant to be called Hilltown was mistakenly registered as Helltown, and yep, just up Butte Creek Canyon Helltown was all but erased by the 2018 Camp Fire, but the locals remember, especially some of Chico's older hippies. Stansbury Court. Named for the prominent local physician Dr. Oscar Stansbury, he built the home in 1883, and it was retained by his family for almost 100 years, with its original interiors and furnishings intact. Owned by the city of Chico since 1976, it is operated by the Stansbury Home Preservation Association as an historic house museum. The home contains Dr. Stansbury's office, which includes a display of the tools used in his practice. Many streets in Chico are named after trees, such as elm, mulberry, oak, pine, laurel, hemlock, and so on. After all, Chico's nickname is the City of Trees, many of which were introduced in the late 1800s and early 1900s by, yep, you guessed it, the Bidwells. Maybe the most interesting tree in Chico was named the hooker oak. No, it wasn't a tree for hookers. It was a massive oak tree that in 1887 Annie Bidwell named this huge oak after English botanist Sir Joseph Hooker. When it fell during a windstorm in 1977, it was estimated to be over 1,000 years old. It was nearly 100 feet tall and 29 feet in circumference, 8 feet from the ground. The largest branch measured 111 feet from trunk to tip. Circumference of outside branches was nearly 500 feet. There are several things named after the hooker oak in Chico, including Hooker Oak Avenue and the beautiful park where it used to stand. If I think of any more, I will make a part 2. And if you have an interesting Chico street name, leave in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe also. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy trails!